Today on our pursuit to review every car in Gran Turismo 7, we have to check out this. This is the Abarth 500, the spicy version of some girl's dream car. So today we're gonna see how good it is in Gran Turismo 7. Now if you want to get your hands on it, it will cost you 29,500 credits. But what you get for that? Well, you get a hot hatch that produces 133 brake horsepower and comes in at a weight of 1035 kgs. So weight wise, it is extremely lightweight. The issue is with the 133 brake horsepower. 133 brake horsepower isn't that fast, so when it comes to going around Kyoto driving park, well, you are going to be left with sitting lap times around the 2-minute and 11-second mark, which is not good at all. It's incredibly slow. So this vehicle, the only real time you will have to use a vehicle like this is in the beginning section of the game. I don't see a use for it in game, so just keep that in mind if you do want to tackle this vehicle, because even the races you can use it in, it's not gonna do the best in a hypercar parade. Let me just put it like that. So this vehicle, when it comes to handling, honestly, it's not shabby at all. You aren't gonna find loads of understeer. You aren't gonna find the vehicle not really being all over the place. This vehicle, you can put your foot flat, go through corners, and guarantee that you are gonna come out the other end. Now this vehicle, it's not particularly exciting to drive. I wouldn't really say this vehicle is up there with one of the best driving experiences in the game, because it's not. That would be an outright lie. But honestly, the Abarth 500 was a lot better than I expected. But look, with the vehicle's performance, it still isn't the best. So what you can do to fix that is head on over to the tuning shop. In the tuning shop, we actually see we have ultimate parts available to put onto this vehicle. So yes, it is gonna cost you quite a lot of money to fully upgrade the part, and well, at the end of it, you are gonna be left with 848 kgs and a power output of 340 brake horsepower. Look, the power output still isn't the best, but it is a massive improvement over stock. And then we have to look at weight. With this vehicle being extremely lightweight, it just means when it comes to cornering, this vehicle should be an absolute monster. So right, vehicle fully upgraded, that's done. When it comes to visual customization options, we do see we have a wide body kit available for this car. It will only cost you 5,000 credits, which is extremely affordable, and I would recommend you putting it on because it just adds a bit of gut and it makes the Abarth look a lot more aggressive, especially when you start adding other visual mods you have available for it. Because we see we have two options for a front splitter. Type A, I don't know where that comes from, but then we have type B, which flows with the rest of the kits you have available for it. Because we see for side skirts, well, we have one option and that's type A, and then we have two options for a rear wing, and that is a wingless option and type A. Type A isn't the best, but hey, look, it's still something. It's something we can take. And that's most of the customization time right there. Yeah, customization and Gran Turismo don't really go together, but hey, look, regardless, you can then take it back out onto circuit to see what the fully upgraded Abarth is about. And when I tell you, it is exceptional. It is so much better than standard, but it's still not going to be a vehicle that I'm highly going to recommend. Because look, don't get me wrong, there is a massive improvement in acceleration, handling, and that's one thing I can say, because with front wheel drive cars in Gran Turismo 7, we notice a lot of understeer, but thankfully with 340 brake horsepower, the aggressive track width of this vehicle, I didn't really find the vehicle's front end running wide or having a lot of torque steer or the front wheels just lighting up. You can actually travel quite well with this vehicle. Foot to the floor, still take corners aggressively and set decent lap times. Now we are seeing ourselves set lap times around the 1 minute 46 second mark, which is just absolutely insane. It is a massive difference compared to standard, and I'm so grateful for that, because with me throwing a lot of money in it, I wanted a good performing vehicle, and that's exactly what I got. Will I say this is one of the best hot hatches you can use in Gran Turismo 7? Absolutely not, because simply that's not the case. The bot is good, but it just has limitations due to its performance. It's not a hot hatch I can say this is going to be competitive against other hot hatches. It's not due to the fact of its lack of power. If this vehicle did receive an engine swap, it would be epic. Engine swap from what? I don't know. Maybe the Alfa Romeo 4C? I don't know, that's just a wild throw out there, but the bot, it needs a bit more help if it's gonna have a lot more people dive into it. But right now, with no engine swap, it's not a vehicle that I would recommend. Look, the races that you have available for this vehicle are all the beginner races, low income races, but it's still a fun, quirky vehicle. I just wish we had higher paying events that we can use these lower performance vehicles around. The interior cam of this car is exceptional, especially when you're redline and you have your dial there screaming shift up, shift up. I love that detail. So the bot, it's good for beginners. If you're at end game, you won't really find much use for the bot. So that's what I'm gonna say. So the bot 500, yes, it's okay, but I wouldn't waste my time on it. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts of the bot 500 if you have tried it out in the game. And with this being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.